On today's show, the Philae lander is awake and it's talking to us on Earth. Also, we check out a little tiny emotional robot that is bringing in the dawn of the age of robots.
And oh my God, we finally have someone cast as Spider-Man, little old Spider-Man. We'll tell you who it is.
Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm Ashley Skeva, biggest dork in the universe, as described by Khail. And Khail Anonymous.
I guess I don't get to be Spider-Man.
Coolest
That's
guy.
What we're learning today.
That's you. You know what though? You were on the short list. That's always great. You were on the short list.
I learned how to flip.
Than most.
Producer Logan taught me how to flip.
Yep.
All right, so can we let's talk about
yeah,
who
let's
this
talk
is.
about Spider-Man. Let's hit it.
It's Tom Holland. There you go.
Way to bury it. Way to just get right out there.
I don't need to lead it up. Do we have a picture or footage of Tom Holland?
Some great Tom
Let's
Holland
show Tom
footage.
Holland because I'm sure you don't know him by name. It wasn't like there was Asa Butterfield who was there was a lot of people rumored. But here's Tom Holland. Look at him.
He's
There's
adorable.
your new Spider-Man.
They're
obviously going for a younger Spider-Man, which is great. They're apparently going to keep him young for like the whole series.
Okay.
We're going to see Tom Holland first in Civil War, which is he's jumping over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a cameo.
So exciting.
And then we're also going to see him in his own Spider-Man movie in 2017 in summer 2017.
Couple years on that, okay.
So there you go. Apparently, Kevin Feige said that Tom's screen test was special. So like, it was pretty fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe he learned some flips from Logan too.
Yeah, we all learned flips from Logan. That's his signature. He's pretty young, but it's gonna be like 2 years till the movie comes out.
Yeah.
So right now, how old would you say he looks?
It's because I'm an old lady, but I would say he looks like 15.
He looks like 15. He's
14,
actually
15.
19 years old.
I cannot believe that.
So by 2017, when his own movie comes out, he's going to be 21.
Yeah. Well, I should mention really briefly that this footage is from an interview about The Impossible, which was a disaster movie. It was about a tsunami movie with Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts. So I grabbed this because he was talking about acting with Obi-Wan Kenobi and stuff. And so it was kind of cool that he respects all of these kind of older actors and stuff. So I'm really curious to see it. A lot of people pegged him as a really good dramatic actor, really young. So maybe he'll bring something new.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Obviously, he's going to be playing Peter Parker, so we're going to get our classic Spider-Man story. I think a lot of people were worried about that. Then the Sony leak had more information about that they didn't want him to be gay and they didn't want him to be black. But now it's totally okay.
And the great thing is Marvel's kind of sidestepping that now because in the thing it says Peter Parker has to be white and can't be, but if Marvel indicates in the comic books that he is anything other than that, then he can be. Right. And now they're saying, isn't it Miles Morales is Spider-Man? They just announced it a couple days ago. Miles Morales is Spider-Man now.
What do you mean?
He's not a separate offshoot Spider-Man. It's he is Spider-Man now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that was an official announcement. So now they're saying that maybe they'll go forward with that too.
Peter Parker really only exists to me currently now in the cinematic universe, so this is cool.
Fair enough.
I think it'd be great to have a younger looking Spider-Man instead of
I'm excited.
A supermodel Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, or Chris. Or
that's in college.
Or triangular shaped Chris Evans in because they're all in their 30s, and it's it'll be nice to have that sort of fresh young blood into that mix. And I think
even
especially
though
for
he'll
Civil
be
War, it'll be
21.
perfect. But he's still so young.
I still wanted Asa Butterfield. Because his name is funny. Okay, what's your story?
I want to kill Anonymous. Well, we have to talk about the hashtag of the day first, which is TD Spidey.
Oh.
And we want you guys to tell us, is this a good casting decision? Did you see this kid in that movie, in The Impossible? I had no idea who he was. Do you think it's a good casting decision? From what I've read, I think might not be bad. He seems to be a good dramatic actor. Maybe he could pull off some of the more heavier aspects of being a kid who has these amazing powers and has to deal with that.
I think that's a story we all like.
Yeah, and so maybe he can bring a little gravitas.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get to work on making a son, and then I think my son should be cast as Spider-Man because I think we're gonna go a little bit more.
Phase
obviously,
5.
I've got a little bit of a darker hue.
Totally.
So that may work out.
Phase 5 MCU.
Phase 5.
I'm in it.
Spider Anonymous.
I buy
and
this.
And then I'm going to play Kraven the
all the way.
Hunter. I still maintain I should play Kraven the Hunter. So there you go.
I would
now you can play
cast you.
Spider-Gwen.
I would cast you for what it's worth. I would cast you as Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, thanks.
I would do it. If I was the Kevin Feige of this earth, I would cast you. I'd be like, you know what? There's only one man who can play Kraven the Hunter, and that's Khail Anonymous.
Okay, cool.
Get Khail Anonymous on the phone.
I'd let you be Venom.
Sweet, I would do that.
Yeah.
I would totally do that.
Canceled.
All right, let's talk about the dawn of the age of robots, because really this is like kind of a big deal. About a year ago, SoftBank announced this little robot named Pepper. And we have some video footage of Pepper. This is Pepper. Pepper's super adorable, inspired by Astro Boy, the look of Astro Boy, which is kind of awesome. But SoftBank finally sold these. They went on sale to the public in Japan a couple days ago, and they sold 1,000 of them as the first month run of 1,000 sold out in less than a minute. And these are not cheap robots, you guys. These are like $1,600 robots.
Whoa.
Yeah, 198,000 yen.
So what can this little guy do?
So interestingly enough, it's not going to make you dinner. It's not going to clean your house. It's not meant to be a task robot where it does a thing for you. It's actually meant to be more of an emotional robot. And I thought this was really interesting that it looks like we, the public, are going to accept emotional robots first before, and potentially, like, this is sort of the first time we've kind of like all embraced a robot that is meant to sort of just be your companion. And so there's an aging population in Japan. There are also a lot of singles in Japan who choose not to be with anybody in a long-term relationship. So this is a great option for a lot of those people who are like, well, I like companionship, but I don't want to be bogged down by a long-term relationship, or maybe I'm a little older, I don't really have anybody, so I'm gonna buy this robot and like have it hang out with me. So here's what Pepper can do. It can communicate with you. It can follow verbal commands. You can ask it questions, things like that. And it can also read human emotions and respond accordingly. So SoftBank says it can tell when you're sad, it can tell when you're happy, and the little tablet on the front of it, it conveys the robot's emotions as well. So if you ignore Pepper, it will be very irritated with you. And if you pay it a lot of attention, it will be very happy. So it develops
like a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
It develops over time. It develops kind of a little personality over time, which is pretty interesting. So sold out in under a minute. The goal is to release these Pepper robots, 1,000 of them every month for sale, because that's as much manufacturing as they can keep up with.
Okay.
So would you buy one?
No.
I totally want one.
I have a Facebook
Roll around
account.
the
I
house.
already experienced too many people's emotions. I need a servant robot.
You need a Rosie the
That's
robot?
what robots are for, is to do things.
But don't you want like a sassy friend robot? Like, cause that's the thing I've always wanted, like a cool, like Rosie the robot did your laundry and made you dinner and stuff, but was also kind of like, she had a little bit of attitude. That was the thing I loved the most about Rosie the robot. She had a personality, she was cool.
But you were talking about both. You already said
know,
it was
yeah.
a servant, and I don't need
You need
attitude
at
in my
least
house.
servant.
I also have a cat. I got enough attitude there.
That's true.
Get a dog, right? Well, I guess you can't in Japan. I just think it's
a little harder,
It's
yeah.
very interesting what you said about how emotion robots seem to be the first thing that is going to pick
Yeah.
up. And to me, that's shocking because, like I said,
Most
you
people-
feel like a robot
servants.
is like a servant thing. It's assembling your cars,
Yeah.
or
No, it's a good point.
waiting on you, and a lot of the robots that we've talked about have been. Not
purpose.
all, but have had an action. They're serving
Yeah.
a purpose. They're a rescue bot, or they're a serving robot.
No, it's a good point.
So it
might be the culture, like specifically Japanese
Definitely.
culture might be more willing to accept an emotional robot, like a friend as a robot, as opposed to like only wanting it for service. I think I want a little both. Like I want a robot that can help me do some stuff, but I also want a robot with, just like kind of like a sassy robo friend. That's what I
Producer
want, a
Logan,
sassy robot
do you
friend.
need a robot friend?
No, I have a girlfriend.
Did you just call your girlfriend a robot? Rude.
No, but she.
Rude.
But at least there's again
it,
with
yeah.
the emotional robot, like there's no real end game and there's no like future. But with the girlfriend, there's future. You're
to
connecting
say
with a
there's not
person.
a-
You're
All right.
learning. Like there's so much out of an actual human relationship. But what
I
I'm
can
saying
learn
is
so much about a robot.
this is filling a void. This robot is filling
That's
a void,
true.
and it's a very strange void to be filled by a robot.
Or it's just a really fun, like, it's an oddity. It's like, oh, I bought this to be weird. It's like a little spectacle in my house. Look, I have a little robot.
Yeah, they make like robo dancing.
It's an icebreaker. It's a conversation piece.
What does it say? $1,600.
$1,600.
It's not that bad.
But it's a little pricey.
It is pricey.
You're dropping $1,600 on a little robot that is not going to do anything for you except talk to you and be your pal.
How much is this though?
Off contract, like $829.
So that's what I'm saying is like a cool little friend over
sense.
This god awful tether.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I get it.
I'm in my Lewis Black mode today.
I know you're in like fight and crime Batman mode today, which we'll get to. But before that, we got to talk about Philae really quickly. So we have discussed on multiple occasions the Philae lander that went off. Remember the slingshotting and then the Rosetta spacecraft, and then they put the little lander down on the comet, and then it died. The battery died because it landed kind of in the shade on two of its legs, and it couldn't get sun. Guess what? It's awake.
Woo!
It's so exciting. It is now communicating with the ESA. It's out there. So apparently it's still in a spot where it can get sunlight about 3 hours a day, which is enough for it to charge up, which is pretty cool. And now they're saying, okay, so it's awake. What's next? Let's try to restore enough energy and communication capability to get the lander to drill into the comet, which was its original intention, and collect data about what Comet 67P is made of, because this is the beginning of the universe stuff. This is they want to know what's in that comet. So they're going to start with non-mechanical tools. So they're going to do a couple of maybe some like surface scrapes, things like that don't take up a lot of battery power, and then try to scale it up to the big things like the hammer and the drill. And if they can do that, they're going to be really, really excited.
Yeah, they will have accomplished their mission.
But it's a very short window. They only have until August. So this comet is hurtling towards close to the sun right now. And so it's getting a lot of sun, and that's fine. But then in August, it passes the sun and hurtles back out into deep space. So at that point, you're going to have diminishing returns on sunlight. Basically, it's like they've got a very small window of time in the sense of, they might have months, but they've got a very small window of time to sort of collect all this data, get everything done. So good luck, ESA. Good luck, Philae. I'm glad Philae's alive. I was so excited when I saw the tweet, because he has his own Twitter account. He's like, I'm alive. I'm here. I'm still on the comet. I was just like, oh, Philae's alive. Yay.
There's some cute fan art out there, too. So
there is some really good cute fan art. But that's it for our headlines. We'll be right back. It's Tuesday, which means we've got to talk about new releases. Khail is going to lose his mind at the first one because he's already playing it. And then, of course, we have your user feedback and our phone talker for the day. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome back to the show. We've returned. It's Tuesday. It's time to tell you all the things that are going to empty our wallet and yours. It's new releases. Now, if you're not friends with Khail Anonymous, you probably don't know how much he abhors the hype train for anything. This man will not get on a hype train if somebody put a gun to his head. Like, no, he won't do it. So you can imagine Khail's feelings when Batman Arkham Knight reviews started rolling out and they were like, this game is amazing, 9.5, 9, 10. Like, people are going nuts for this game. Khail got it last night. Can I have your non-hype train review?
It's like one of the best games I've ever played.
Khail's on his own hype train now. It's
so good. The whole tagline that they have is "Be the Batman," and I've never felt so like the Batman. Like it's crazy how you feel like you're actually doing all this stuff, and you feel so cool, and it's fluid, and it's fun, and there hasn't been a time when I'm like, nah, I could stop right here and go do something else. It's so cool. The voice acting, like this is Rocksteady again, and they knocked it completely out of the park. I can't wait to go home and play it. Like, I'm gonna go stream it on my own personal YouTube account. It's so much fun, and I know producer Logan was deciding whether or not he wants to even get this. Unfortunately, he's not going to because he's going to spend money on a concert. But still, I think you should skip the concert, even though it's like a favorite band
ever. No, listen. Your enthusiasm alone is selling me on this game. Like, if I had never seen a lick of gameplay, I would be like, based on Khail's reaction to this, I have to buy this game. So I'm going to pick it up tonight.
I knew it was something special when the first shot it starts playing this old, like, I've got you under my skin,
okay.
And then it's like slowly zooming into the Joker, who's like dead from the last one, and he's just like smiling, and he's on this thing, and you're just sitting there, and you're like, why isn't it moving forward? What's going on? And then you hit a button, and it goes, poof, and you're like, what? And then you hold the button down, it goes, poof, and you're burning the Joker, like, in an incinerator. But you didn't realize that it's that much interactivity. So you know that the second you have to burn the Joker at the beginning, that's going to be a really cool game.
That's pretty rad.
Very interesting and fun. So
pretty rad.
I love it. I love it. I can't give it a rating, but 11 out of 10.
You got to play it. But 11 out of 10 so far.
I put in about 5 hours, and I'm pretty excited about it.
All right. Well, and if you can always go to Khail, what's your stream name so people can go watch?
I use YouTube streaming, so go to my YouTube channel, Khail Anonymous. It's just Khail Anonymous.
Super easy, yeah. Go watch he's going to YouTube stream it tonight, so you can watch it. And then also coming out today is Final Fantasy XIV, Heaven's Word. This is the new expansion. People are really excited about this. I play Final Fantasy XIV. I haven't been playing lately because we've been in Splatoon. But new jobs, some really good Astrologian. There's some really great new jobs, some new raids, new dungeons, all sorts of new stuff. I mean, all the stuff you expect from an MMO expansion. And of course, it's like it's all Final Fantasy based, and they finally once again learned their lesson after the original launch of Final Fantasy XIV, which flopped terribly. They learned the lesson of people want to see Final Fantasy stuff that they remember from other Final Fantasy games. They don't necessarily want like new, like crazy. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff in here too, but it's like I want to be reminded of all the cool Final Fantasy games I've played before, and they are kind of finally like kind of locked into that, and it's pretty rad. So like I met Sid as I was leveling up to 50.
Yeah, but which one?
Well,
there's a Sid in every Final Fantasy.
So this is like a kind of Sid created for this particular world, but
he's
still an airship captain. He's still an airship captain. He's still crazy. He's still like an engineer. He's awesome. But yeah, it looks amazing. I think I'm gonna pick this up. I'm still waiting. Like I'm kind of on the fence about it because I'm like, well, how much am I really playing? Like, do I need the expansion? But then we're about to hit 50, so I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I might as well buy the expansion and keep going. So anyway, that's coming out. And then also coming out this weekend, counter-programming to all of the Inside Out and Jurassic World. Ted 2 is coming out this weekend, which I'm going to say this about Ted 2. Like the premise, I think it's funny. It reminds me of Legally Blonde 2. Like, it's like the raunchy version of that movie. If you've seen both, I don't know. Anyway, Ted needs to become she needs to be like declared a person to be able to have kids with his wife. I don't know. He's a teddy bear. He swears a lot. He does horrible things. You can't just hate. You can't hate on a movie like this. It has its place. It's a summer. We need just our fun summer movie that you go to and you're bored and you go and you have like a drink. There were a couple good laughs in the trailer.
I'm not expecting comedy gold. I'm expecting to be like, ha ha ha. That
was funny. Like,
why.
Yeah, I'm expecting to like walk out of it and be like, okay, I was entertained. Like I was entertained enough to like pay for it.
Ha ha ha! A fart joke. Didn't see that one come. No, but I like it. Whatever.
I might see it.
I might go not see it in theaters, but
yeah, I might see it. I might not.
It's been too good a movie theater year
to
like for me to throw that one in the mix.
I mean, it's real tough. You got to really be choosy about what movies you're seeing this summer because there's so many good ones.
Plus, I got Batman. I'm busy.
That's true. Yeah, he's busy. He's busy being the Batman. But that's it for new releases for this week. So without further ado, let's talk about you. It's user feedback. All right, so yesterday we asked everybody to use the hashtag TDC and tell us what they would want to be transparent, if they could make anything transparent, see-through in real life. And Lewis wrote in and said, that tall guy that always sits in front of you in the cinema.
Yeah.
Agreed. 100%. Anywhere. Music, concerts. If you can make everybody see through at a concert, that'd be awesome. From the back.
That'd be scary.
That'd be pretty rad. You'd be like the only person there. You'd feel like, but you'd hear all the people.
Well, and then you'd see all the dirt on the ground.
That would be kind of gross.
Trash.
Maybe just make everybody headless. That would also be really creepy. Kirk wrote in and said, the see-through hood being demoed on a concept Land Rover. And then he had a YouTube video of it. So here it is. This is this transparent hood.
Whoa.
So it's like a virtual prototype that Land Rover is taking a look at right now, but it would let you see right through your hood to the ground, which is pretty awesome.
Wow. Very cool.
So much good augmented and virtual reality stuff happening right now. Like Khail's been towing this line for a year. Just like, guys, it's gonna blow up, and now it's blowing up. So Khail's been right this whole time.
You listen to me, you kids. Come on.
But yeah, you guys sent in some good user feedback, and then of course there's our very final piece of user feedback, which is always our phone tower for the day. Dan wrote in. Good old Dan. I like to pretend that we're literally longtime friends with every person who writes into this show. Dan writes in and says, "Hey TD, I took this a couple weeks ago on my trusty Galaxy S4 at what's basically the end of my road in Brighton, England. I work from home with only my cats for colleagues and was going a bit stir crazy, so I went for a walk to clear my head. This is what I found: Brighton Pier with a fun fair at the end. It reminded me how awesome it is to live by the seaside and cheered me right up. Then I went for ice cream by the sea. That helped more. May the force be with you always, Dan." So Dan from Brighton, thank you. That is a delightful photo. I hope that you also, after or before your ice cream by the sea, you went to the fun fair and either maybe rode some rides or did some fun stuff. Played some carnival games.
They're really laying it on thick with the fun fair.
It's a fun, I mean, I'm like looking at the end of this pier and I'm a little skeptical about how fun that fair looks, but you might have been really far away. Maybe there's some really great stuff there. Like, what would you want to see at the fun fair? Funnel cake. That's what I would go right for, funnel cake.
Funnel cake?
I don't want ice cream. I'd want funnel cake.
Okay.
Get a funnel cake at a carnival. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm scared of funnel cake.
As much as Ferris wheels? Khail Anonymous, terrified of Ferris wheels? Which one more? Which one more?
Probably Ferris wheels, since I've had nightmares about it.
All right, good. Yeah, me too.
So there
All
you
right.
go. Okay, cool. Thanks for showing us your terrifying fun fair.
Yeah, thanks.
No, but it was
Thanks,
a really great photo. I like the
It's really
seagull.
nice.
Like the seagull looks fake.
Seagull
looks
looks
like
totally
he photoshopped in the seagull.
I think that's
But
a
I love-
Photoshop brush.
That means it's good. So
Yeah.
well done.
Really
Okay,
good.
cool.
You can send in.
Tell your cats I said hi.
Send in your photography to tomorrow@cnet.com. You can also send in story ideas, and you can find us all over the internet.
Yep. You can find us on our personal accounts on Twitter at Khail Anonymous.
And I am at Ashley Esqueda. And that's it for today's show. We're going to be back tomorrow with a brand new docket of weird, wonderful science, fact, and science fiction blown up in your face. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.